Welcome everybody to a series called Smash, where I play on the Smash server by the makers of Mind Z. I guess you could say it was inspired by Seth Bling and the original concept, and developments were by Seth Bling, and then it was improved upon by the makers of Mind Z, where you could double jump and everything. If you've seen Seth Bling's videos, you could choose characters, but for this you can't, but there's all sorts of items scattered throughout the map, each with their own sound effects and abilities. Here, of course, is the swords do everything normal. They just do more damage than punching would do. But, for example, the hammer is super, just like it is in Super Smash Bros. It does tons and tons of damage. But before I explain more about the items, I should explain what the bottom bar means. The hearts are the number of lives you have left. The hunger bar doesn't do anything important. That experience level in this game, it means it would be your percent damage that you have on Super Smash Bros. And I have figured out that the experience bar is your jump charge. Of course, when you double jump, it will go all the way down, indicating that you are not able to make any more jumps in midair. You could also do ground pounds, and those will take a while to charge up. I mean, it takes a while to charge up to jump again if you do a ground pound attack, therefore giving it advantages and disadvantages, because the ground pound does a lot of damage. So I will explain some of the items as I use them. As you saw, the TNT acts sort of like TNT. You right-click to throw it, it splits into multiple pieces of TNT, and all of those will blow up, causing a big explosion. But unlike the other bombs, this takes a little while to charge and to blow up, giving it a slight disadvantage when it comes to time. So you may have to use some compensation to decide where you're going to throw it and when. Maybe if someone's not paying attention and running in a consistent direction, you could throw it ahead of where they're walking and get them straight into the explosion. These pressure plates, if you pick one up that just happens to be floating on the ground, you right-click to throw it, and then wherever it lands, it will stick to the ground, and that will act as the bomb that if you step on, it will explode. So, as you can see, multiple kinds of bombs. And it damages the map. Couldn't hear myself for a second there, because of all the sound effects of people crashing into the side. So the percentage points, just like regular Super Smash Bros., will affect the amount of knockback a person has. And I'm gonna die right here. Yeah. So, once your knockback level, when people punch you or you punch someone else, becomes a certain level, whenever you crash into a wall, the walls will actually break and cause a loud sound effect. But as you could hear the sound of blocks being placed, that happens manually over time. After a short period of the blocks being broken, the map will rebuild itself. This is amazing. Haven't gotten any items recently. Actually, I have. There's food. Apples, bread, and I think it's steak and cooked pork chops, and those restore 10%, like the food in Super Smash Bros. But when you find the mushroom stew, that will restore 100%. So those are really valuable when you're in need of a percentage restoration. The Eye of Ender is useful. If you look at a certain spot, and right-click, it will bring you there immediately. These green monster eggs are the Pokeballs, because whenever you throw it, after a short while, it will summon the monster, a random one, even though it's the same colored egg, and it may be one that will be hostile against you as well, so you have to be careful about that. Always throw it away from yourself. Oh shoot! Didn't notice that guy threw a bomb till the last second. Well, I have 1 life left. I'm gonna be careful about this one, because I'm pretty sure there's someone else, or a couple of people with more than 1 life left. So it's gonna be, at this point, pretty unlikely that I'm gonna win the match, but I will try my best at this point. See what I can do. See if I could turn the tables here. Food. Oh, someone else picked it up. The thing is, it might be a good strategy to avoid being in fights, which it's pretty easy to avoid fights, but in a lot of these matches, the time runs out, and I'm pretty sure that the tiebreaker is the person with the most kills. But I also think that it's not a problem on Fort Sponge and other arenas like Ice, because usually the combat is so close that people eventually find each other when necessary anyway. That guy got me right in his ground pound. But his knockback level is high, so I could take advantage of that and get a kill out of him. I prefer not to go to the ground level on my last life, because it's easier for people to kill you down there, as well as you killing them. But I fell down here anyway. Jumping seems to be a little glitchy at this point. Very much. It's not really giving me boost. Now it is. I think I am one of the last 3 people left. My level is still 14. This is the fishing rod, also known as the player grapple. Will send people flying if you manage to get them. This is called the frag grenade. It blows up almost immediately after you throw it, but does not split into pieces, so the impact might not be as big as the other grenade. You right-click to throw it, and it will blow up. This takes a little getting used to, because you have to time it right. So that guy dodged it very nicely. And I also just got ground pounded, and my level's 48. So my... Up, time ran out. I came in 3rd place, because my kill count was only 1. But that's it for this episode. 3rd place, decent. And I will see you in the next episode of Smash, which I will show a different map and hopefully explain some more items that I encounter.